Hey everyone, how's it going out there? The Columbus, Ohio Retro Gaming Society Convention 2023 has come and gone, and of course Dr. Scott was there. So we're going to have a look at what we picked up, what we saw, and we had a pretty good time, and we're going to check everything out here in just a few minutes and just take you on a quick run through of what happened at CORGS CON 2023. I hope you're going to enjoy it, and we've got some laughs for you along the way, so let's check it out. So CORGS has a lot more retro stuff, like first, second, third generation Atari, 2600, 5200, 7800, Intellivision, ColecoVision, Genesis, you name it, they're going to have it all from your retro stuff. Plus, there were a lot of other great vendors there that had interesting things like this, not just video game stuff.
Folks, I'm sorry, I've been distracted. It's something I have to... When this thing hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
So this guy had this beautiful DeLorean set up there with the flux capacitor in it. Didn't have anything else in there, like, you know, the time circuits weren't there or anything, but it was still cool nonetheless. Very, very beautiful vehicle.
Save the clock tower! Save the clock tower!
Of course, he had Marty Jr.'s hat in there, and the almanac, and some of the flyers for the clock tower. It was a really cool setup that he had.
Oh, poor Dennis Nedry.
He also had the gas Jeep from Jurassic Park, which was also very nice. Now, here's some, other vendors. There were like tons of vendors there, people who had board games and crafts and, of course, video games and stuff. A lot of great, great stuff. Oh, no!
Ian took care of you. Oh, we don't talk about this.
Meal Mortal Madness. We're raising money for Feeding America by streaming for 36 hours on Twitch. Tons of different video games, retro, modern. It's going to be super fun. We do weird sketches and just have a good time and try to raise money for a good cause.
Excellent, cool,
Love
cool.
for you to check it out.
We will. We'll check her out.
Awesome.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Pepsi Man's going to hopefully play Pepsi Man as himself.
Oh, no.
As we meet our goal.
You poor man. Pepsi Man. Never,
And it turns on too, so in the dark, one of the buttons, yep.
It's tempting. I think he got me with $5.
$5.
We tried to. You can't find much in this world for $5 now.
That's true.
An energy sword for $5, more slicey, dicey, twice as nicey for me.
Oh, Brett, what do you have this time?
Just some books and crap.
Just some printed paper. This outdated mode of media. It's not outdated.
It's always great to see author and gaming historian Brett Weiss. He also has a YouTube channel. Check that out. So a little setup for the next segment. So, Jay Malone of Square Pegs, he just had this really cool video just come out called Killer Filler, which had a ton of us creators in it, including the immortal John Hancock, Retro Rob, and, well, this crazy mad scientist guy named Dr. Scott. Anyway, all that said, well, here you go.
Now it's time for my twin brother from another mother, the immortal John Hancock.
There's a lot of people that are going to overlook old sports titles and think they are filler. I have one for you for the NES that is not, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. And it's NES Ice Hockey. This 1988 classic is so much fun.
That's a box empty, bro. Hey, man, good to see you.
I'm looking for
Good, how are
ice
you?
hockey.
Thought you were done.
I'm looking for ice hockey and just go find it, I'll be like, find me an ice hockey. Hey, here's one right here. Ice hockey!
Are you looking for it?
Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
I'll be like, John, sign this. And he'll be like, why? I'll be like, because I asked you to. We were just in a video.
Okay. Oh yes. One of my favorite games for NES. Just We talked about it.
Whatever you want to put on there, I don't care.
Oh, I can put anything on.
Anything you want.
Put best game ever.
There you go.
How about best sports game ever? So many happy memories of this game.
It'd be funny if he just wrote best sports gaming game ever.
There you go.
Thank you, John. I appreciate
And the
it.
neatest handwriting, second grade.
And there it is with Brett Weiss.
He wrote a story, personal story
Yeah.
about ice hockey. The immortal John Hancock. Patrick Hickey did too.
I just got the double whammy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Trifecta.
Great
Thank
guy,
you.
great book. Mission of a game for charity, and I bought the game back from the programmer, the IP of it. And so NES Tortoises is a game that plays like Turtles, which is not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's a classic arcade game called Turtle.
Okay.
And it was on the Magnavox Odyssey 2, but it was an arcade game before that anyways. I had the NES version I'm going to be offering on physical, cartridge only, and I'm going to add it to my thumb drives.
Nice.
For the same, so any more games that I make, I'm just going to add it to my thumb drive.
That's a good idea. That's a real good idea.
Some of the other Ohio expos are CCAG that's coming up, CGC that's also coming up, and TORG near the end of the year. And here is Brian from BD Retro Mods. You may have seen the video that I did. Brian makes controllers, aftermarket controllers that are for retro systems and even some newer systems. And they're absolute awesome quality, second to none. Check out his website.
Shiny too.
Yeah, that's great.
3 for 20. Take that, grab the halo, and find something else.
Look at that. Oh my God. That's gorgeous.
Now, that vendor there is not just a vendor, he is also one of the special guests. That is Michael Thomason, a very widely respected historian for video games. And yeah, he was trying to get me to get some more posters, but I only got one because I really don't have a lot of room on my walls for any more right now. Check out RookieMage.com for some of the most fun games like Don't Get Stabbed, Zombies Want Pizza, and The Unseen. Check their site out right now.
Bunch of different card games I created. That one is a cross between D&D and Magic, all with true crime figures.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we've got currently over 300 killers in the game from all kinds of different genres. We've got organized crime, world of serial killers, lady killers, and a cults expansion.
The game is super tight. There's really almost nothing to complain about. To this day, still one of my favorite games of all time. It's a 10 out of 10 game. If you haven't played it, you're doing life wrong, and you should definitely play it, like right now. Find a way, get it, play it.
What were you hiding?
They threw me back here.
I told her, I was like, we must have walked past you twice by now. Just once. So, whew, good to see you.
Hey, man.
I just saw Jane over here, and then I walked right past you. I'm like, where's John at?
I didn't see you. I've been keeping an eye.
Well, you're busy, though.
If you haven't played it,
So, you doing good?
So I keep selling games, and then it doesn't look like I'm selling anything. Like they just won't go away.
Her pretend milk is a feeling the pail.
She drinks water. I guess pretend milk.
Milky the marvelous milking cow. Milky the marvelous milking cow with pretend milk tablets. She's from Kenner.
Yes, you saw that correctly. That was Milky, the Marvelous Milking Cow. And yes, I had it when I was a kid.
We've got Gary here, who runs CORGS. And Gary, I'm glad, that we could stop by and check out CORGS. It's the first time I've been here. And could you tell us a little bit about the convention? How long has it been going on? Because this is my first time being here.
We started in 2009. 08, Gary and I met. We're the co-founders of CORGS. Gary Mayer and Gary Carnucci. Met in 08, and then 09 we decided to have our first show.
Okay.
And it was like the United Methodist Church, and it was like 21 tables, 7 vendors, maybe 50 people showed up.
And the best thing is, these people showed out despite the rain, because it was a rainy, crappy day coming
It is
in
Ohio.
It is Ohio. I mean, it's not Minnesota, but or Seattle. So if you had to pick just one, I know we're putting you on the spot. If you had to pick one retro game that is your personal favorite, the one that's the one you would go to every single time, what is it?
It's easy. Stephen Cartwright from Atari, Mega Mania, Activision.
Mega Mania.
Activision presents Mega Mania, a new video game for your Atari video computer system. 1, 2, 3, 4, Mega Mania! Mega Mania! Designed by Steve Cartwright. Mega Mania! For Activision.
Gary, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir,
It's been a
so
pleasure.
much. Thank you so much.
And check out Corgs' website and come see Corgs, come out to Corgs next year in 2024.
Thank you so much.
Certainly. That's when we get serious, and I'm like, I'm looking for 2 games specifically. Patsy, look, see?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's become an extension of my arm. No. When you start using it as a pointer, it's become part of you.
Oh, that's
YouTube. What up, boy? How's it going?
Torg is in November again this year, and last year it was in this very same facility, but it's going to be in a much larger facility, and that's Mike Coletti, founder and co-owner of Torg, and Torgman, the NES game demo here. Yes, I stink. But my wife doesn't, as you will see momentarily.
This is not the fault of the game, it's the fault of the player. I hate you. Now let me... Shoot him. His B button. Shoot him.
I'm Jay from the YouTube channel Square Pegs, and I was asked if I could talk about a game that means a lot to me from my past called Henry Hatsworth and the Puzzling Adventure. Now, why is this obscure DS title so important to me? And I'll tell you, it's because I worked on it. One of the questions was, do you still have this game you worked on? And the answer is, yeah, I've got it right here. Now, if you look, what's special about this copy is that it's autographed by everyone on my test team. Everyone that worked on it signed their name on here, and this is something that I will never get rid of. And now, back to the game closet.
Thank you, Jay, for stopping by to tell us your story about your favorite Henry Hatsworth. Now, I've never heard of that game before, so I just ordered a copy, and it should be here in a couple of days.
Your package is here.
Hey, a goodie!
It's already here.
Jay, would you please sign my copy the next time I see you?
And I finally catch up with Jay here.
I've been looking for you. I got something for you. You gotta sign this.
I can do that.
Catch this. Jay Malone actually signing the game that he helped make. That's awesome. Okay, now if you can get the rest of your team to come here to Torg, just you. I'm just
They're a little bit more important now than I am. So
Don't say that.
Well, they're busy developing stuff like let's see, World of Goo and stuff like that. So it's,
well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
I
I appreciate you buying it. It's
The Thurman Cafe is a Columbus tradition, and a lot of people who come into town don't know about it, but it was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and I've been there many times. Check it out.
Of course, we are at the world-famous Thurman Cafe. Have a look at the Thurman Cafe, kids. It's real small, and this thing is, I've been here like 4 or 5 times. Best burgers you'll probably ever have. Now, I know that's a big statement. Here in Columbus, you have to come and get a Thurman burger at the Thurman Cafe. Their Reubens are to die for as well. And Jay Malone, I'm telling you, next time you're in Columbus, for Torg, we should come here, and that'd be fun.
So I got the Thurman burger. I usually get the Thurman burger, and Lynn got the Western burger. We had the Reuben once before, as I mentioned. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. But if you think the Thurman burger is huge, and it is, they made something even bigger for wrestlers at OSU. Here it is.
So this is Carlos and Calvin, and they have dared to order the massive Thurminator. Not the Thurman burger that I had, the Thurminator. So I would be willing to bet that Arnold Schwarzenegger himself would probably have difficulty eating this delicious, gigantic, monstrous burger, which, but thank you for sharing, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, definitely.
So you might be wondering what Dr. Scott picked up. Well, here's what I got. Now, I already owned this. This is Henry Hatsworth, of course. Jay Malone was on the team who helped design this game, and you saw him sign it for me. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. So the next thing I got was this awesome Halo Reach poster and this awesome energy sword. Too bad it doesn't do slicey dicey twice as nicey for real. But anyway, for $5, you can't beat it. So I got Reach and a sword, and they'll be hanging here in the studio someplace.
And of course, you saw the immortal John Hancock sign this ice hockey for the NES. And of course, it says, best sports game ever, John Hancock. And I got one of his thumb drives that has all of his games on it. Now, I did buy at Torgs, I did get his Block'em Sock'em for the Sega Genesis. I love that game, so I can either play it on my Genesis or now I can play it in emulation on my computer. Either or, I've got it. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate you signing it. It was really fun, and I thought that you would get a kick out of it. And thank you so much, and there's a bunch of bonus games on here I've never played. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this video. It's been really fun making this video, and I appreciate every one of you who tuned in to watch it. Please subscribe, share the video on Facebook, Twitter, wherever the heck you want to. Just let your friends know that Dr. Scott, evil Dr. Scott, the mad scientist Dr. Scott, wants you to check out Game Closet. We'll see you very, very soon.